what would my mesh equations for this be? Let's look at it here. I'm going to assume that the middle loop is going in the same direction as the first loop. Okay, so my first equation dealing with the first loop, I'm going to have what? 12 volts minus I1 with, what's my resistance total around that loop? 4K. As I look across to R3, it's going to be positive I2, right? And then what's that resistance value? 3K. And then what's my loop 3? 0, right? So what am I going to do with that 12 positive? Go over to the other side and make it negative. Okay, there's my first mesh equation. How about my second mesh equation? What's my I1 going to be? Positive or negative? That's right, because when it comes around, I hit here, and I look across, it's positive. So I1 is 3K and it's positive. What about I2? Positive or negative? Negative. I2. And then what's the resistance total for the coefficient? 8K. And then what about I3? I hit here, I look across, it's positive, right? And then what value is it going to be for I3? 4K, because that's the only one they got in common. And that's equal to 0. Okay, let's do I3. What's the coefficient for I1 when we're dealing with I3? 0. Okay, what about I2? Is it positive or negative? When we hit this and we look across, positive. Positive I2, and what's the value? 4K. Then I3 is going to be, and then what's the value? 6K. Now what did we forget? We forgot that 24 volts right there, right? But what's going to happen to that 24 volts? It's going to move to the other side and become negative 24. There's your mesh equations. Wasn't too difficult, was it? By the way, this is, and then from there, okay, I'm going to go down, down, down. Right? They all have a 0 in them, right? Then from there, I'm going to go up, up, and up. Well, they're all zeros, so the only calculation that I'm really making here is going to be this one, which is going to be negative 24 times 4K times the negative 4K. So not really a whole lot there. And then the other one, negative 6K, 3K, and negative 12. In the denominator, which will always remain the same, here I got a 0 and a 0 in those ones, so that's the only calculation I'm making there. And then I'll have to make calculations for this one and that one, which will both be preceded by a negative. And then that's going to tell you what?
What I sub 2 is.
What I sub 2 is. And from there, I sub 2 should be that current going across RL. Any questions about that?